10 years, 3 finishes, 1 amazing racehorse that inspired a whiskey. Today we're talking about Tyrconnell. Welcome to 4 Leaf Whiskey. I am super excited. Today I'm not reviewing 1, not reviewing 2. I am reviewing 3 different Irish whiskeys. So this is the 10-year series from Tyrconnell Irish Whiskey. So this is whiskey that's been finished in Madeira Cask, and a sherry cask, and in a Port Cask. This is a double distilled single malt Irish whiskey. This is coolly sourced. So Tyrconnell brand was named after a racehorse that had, I think it was like 100-to-1 odds in the National Produce Stakes in 1876. Someone in the crowd by the name of Andrew Watts was watching and was so inspired by this horse's victory that he created the Tyrconnell Irish Whiskey. It just so happens that Andrew Watts owned the Watts Distillery. So Tyrconnell became a very infamous Irish whiskey. It actually was very widely popular until Prohibition. Unfortunately, the Watts Distillery closed around the time of Prohibition. So the Kilbeggan Whiskey Company revived the brand. The Tyrconnell brand is owned by Kilbeggan, who is in turn owned by Beam Suntory. This is still a 10-year coolly sourced double distilled single malt. These are bottled at 46% ABV. I think the retail, I want to say I paid around $60-65 MSRP here in a control state for each of these. However, these were discounted, so I'm not sure if they're going to be back in my state of Ohio, but they are still widely available. You can see this middle one is a little different. This is an older bottling that I actually bought in Chicago. So these are the newer bottles. They're all available in the US. So let's get into these and see how they are. So the first one we're going to try is the Madeira Cask finish. Again, these are 46% ABV. I appreciate the little higher ABV. I really like that it's coolly double distilled malt. Lovely nose. There's a lot of floral coming through on the nose. Honey. There's some vanilla. There's some citrus, kind of like what's lemon? Oh, like a lemon sorbet. Yeah, it's kind of like a lemon sorbet coming through on the nose. On the palate, that floral still comes through. Really nice. Honey, a little almond. That lemon's still there. A lot of vanilla. Really nice amount of vanilla on this. Not spicy at all. Kind of a shorter finish on this one. But overall, just a beautiful whiskey. It's really oily on the glass. Nice light gold color. So second, we're going to try the sherry finish. It does not say on the bottle. I am assuming this is Oloroso sherry finish. Yeah, it doesn't say, but I'm assuming it's Oloroso. All of these are aged in ex-bourbon cask, American oak, and then finished. Ooh, a lot of vanilla. There's some vanilla, but kind of like a butterscotch. It's reminding me of those little butterscotch candies. A little bit of honey. The oak is coming through a little on this one. A little bit of almond. That's a little spicier. So this one kind of reminds me of cinnamon rolls. I'm getting a lot of cinnamon. Like cinnamon, vanilla. The maltiness is coming through on this one where it wasn't on the Madeira. And it does have a little bit of a spicy finish to it. A little bit of almond, like a slivered almond. It really does kind of remind me of cinnamon rolls a little bit. This seems to have a little bit of a longer finish than the first one. Not by much, just a little bit. Also, it's really oily. So let's try number 3. All right, now we're going to try the port finish. And a big shout out to my friend Scott, because I actually did not own the port finish bottle and couldn't find one. And he let me borrow his for the review. So thank you, Scott Slancha. And this one, this doesn't say if it's a tawny or ruby. If I had to guess, I would guess it was a tawny port. But it does not say it anywhere I could find. So the port is kind of light on this. It's not coming through as much as some other single malt Irish that I have. It does come through though. I'm getting kind of some raisins. Getting some plums, vanilla. The dog is wanting attention. Hi, Remy. Hi, Remy. Yeah, I know. I'm doing a review. You gotta wait. Jeezy Pete's. There's some vanilla. Kind of some cocoa, like cocoa powder. Yeah, like hot chocolate. It's like cocoa powder, like hot chocolate. So I'm getting vanilla, getting the hot chocolate, the cocoa. A little bit of plum, raisin. There is a little spice at the end. It's actually kind of mid-palate, where it starts to get spicy and then it actually calms down again. This one does not appear as oily as the other two, but the finish is longer on this one. So I could see this being a good one for winter with that hot chocolate, or even like tailgating with that hot chocolate note. Okay, so my final thoughts on the Tyrconnell 10-year series. So I actually really like these whiskeys. I think for the price point, I think it's a wonderful way to be able to experience aged Cooley double distilled single malt. Cooley single malt is one of the best things coming out of Ireland, and unfortunately, you know, we're running out of it. You're not going to find as much older Cooley malt anymore. These are a great way to really step into that and to experience what it is. If I have to rank these, number 3 is probably the easiest, and that is the sherry finish. There's nothing wrong with this sherry finish. It's good. It's really spicy. I've got better sherry finish single malts. Between 1 and 2 is tough. And these two are really both really good. Number 2, I would probably pick as the port finish. I really like it. I will pick up, I'm going to try to find a bottle for myself because I got to return this one. I've got other vatted malt, single malt port that is really good as well. So it's hard to pick that as my number 1. The Madeira, I really like that Madeira finish. If you're out and find any of these, I think for $50-$60, it's a really good way to experience an older Cooley single malt whiskey. And honestly, Tyrconnell is one of those brands that it's hard to find a bad one. There's some that we don't like as much as others, but Tyrconnell itself as a brand is really solid. Like and subscribe, and please comment below and let me know if you've had anything in the Tyrconnell lineup. Sláinte.